People think money pays bills, that money is the answer to their problems. Money doesn't pay bills, and until you understand what that one simple statement means, you cannot be truly successful. Let me demonstrate. This is a bullet. Contrary to popular belief, bullets don't kill people. You can have this on the table in front of you for 1,000 years and it will never kill you. Here's an even bigger bullet. Surely this one is more dangerous. It's not. It's no more capable of killing you than this one, because bullets don't kill people. People kill people. Here's an apple. An apple a day keeps the doctor away, right? We all know it's good for us. Yet when was the last time you had an apple? And I don't mean apple pie or apple juice, I mean a real apple. Everyone knows an apple is better for us than pizza, yet most people eat pizza and not apples. Here is a pile of money. This can solve your problems, right? No, it can't. Most poor people that win the lottery are broke again within the first 2 to 3 years. Why? They had money. On the other hand, you can take all the money away from a success-minded person, and guess what? In a very short amount of time, that person will probably be successful again. So it's not the money that creates success, it's the person. Money is just a side effect. It's not the cause, it's the result of something. And that is the most important thing that people need to realize. They think this is what makes the difference. This is just something that's given to somebody that offers somebody else something of value, something they want, something they need, something that makes them feel good. There is some reason why this person wants to give this person money. And I'm not just talking about money. There are some of the most successful people in the world who changed the world. I could name 5 of them on my left hand, right? I'm sure you could too. People in history who changed the world who had no money. So it's not money. It's the effect you have on other people. You might be given all the riches of the world without, it's not money. Money is just one of the things that you can be given to be successful. But you have to offer others something of value. Now you might say, I have no idea what that is. Or you're going to say, I tried, I failed. And then you're all bitter and because you tried and you failed. Well, every successful person in history has tried 1,000 times and failed. The more they failed, the more they had a chance of becoming successful. They will tell you this over and over and over. The road to success is paved with this. You have to walk the steps of failure to get to the success. Thomas Edison tried 1,000 times to find a filament that works for a light bulb. And if he gave up the 10th time, the 100th time, we would never have light bulbs. Everybody in history that was super successful had to fail a bunch of times. So that's not an excuse. If it didn't work, try something else. Change it up a bit or try something different. Figure out, well, how can I do this different? And are you really doing what you should be doing? Was that even where you were supposed to be? And this is where something comes in that I call the cosmic GPS, because a lot of people are following the path that they shouldn't be on. They're doing something that they think they should be doing, or they want to be doing, because it's what everybody else is doing, but it's not what they're here for. You might be following a path that is not your path. A lot of people copy other people. Well, that person's successful doing that, so I'm going to try that too. Well, maybe that's not what you're here for. Your job is not to copy other people. Your job is to be you. And this is what you need to realize, is that your path is only to be followed by you. Those people are following their path. And those who had the courage to follow their own path ended up where they belonged. You can't copy them. You can't follow them. When you drive down the road and you put your GPS on your phone or in your car, you say, I want to go blah, blah, blah. And then it tells you, okay, get off this road, take this bumpy dirt road, go through these 3 little backwoods areas. And you're like, whoa, this is a strange path, but I trust you, GPS. I trust you know where you're going. And you follow that. Well, every person has an inner GPS. I call it a cosmic GPS. It's a voice that quietly tells you, this is the way to go, not that way. Now, the fact is everybody else is going that way, but look at those people. They're all running in circles, getting nowhere. Everybody's trying the same thing. Why do you want to try the same thing that everybody else is trying? If you really want to be individual and unique and have people come to you, then you need to have something different than what those people are all doing. You need to create something that hasn't been created yet. You need to do something different and unique. And the only way you're going to find that is if you follow your own path. You listen to your own voice. You might not know what that goal is at the other end, because when you type in on your GPS, you don't see the goal. It's still 100 miles away. You just trust that the GPS is telling you the right thing on how to get there. And your path is not being followed by anyone else, so you can't ask that person for advice or help or whatever, because they don't know. Nobody's been down your path. Your path is waiting for you, and until you start walking down your path, you're never going to know what's at the other end, what's waiting for you. I didn't know where I was headed in life. I just knew that it wasn't that way and it wasn't that way. I had to go this way. And it was a bumpy road. And I lost everything I had many times over. And I thought I'm failing. I thought, failure is not what people think it is. It builds you stronger. It helps you realize what not to do. It helps you figure out different ways of doing things. It builds your character. I can list a million things why failure is good. You need to go through that. When you go to the gym, you got to rip your muscles apart. That's painful to build bigger muscles. It requires pain. It requires bitterness. You don't get strong on sweet stuff. You get strong on bitter things in life, in food, in relationships. That's what makes you stronger. That's what makes you better. That makes you a more mature person, able to handle the things that life will not give you success and riches if you're immature and incapable of handling it. You need to prove that you are capable of handling those things on a mature level, because you've been there, you fought the battle, and you've proven yourself. Everybody wants to have the riches just given to them without having them ever proven themselves that they're worthy of it, that they're capable of handling it maturely. Like I said, a lot of people that did win the lottery, that were given the riches just easily, like, here, have $1 million because you won the lottery. Look what they do. They blow it. They didn't know how to handle it. They weren't ready for it. They didn't pay the bills. They didn't pay the price of learning how to manage it and how to handle it properly and what to do with it. Their choices were probably based on ego and not necessity. So, I always tell people things they don't want to hear, but that's what they need to hear. They need to know that the road that they need to go on is not necessarily a fun road. It's a bumpy road. It's a road that nobody's ever taken before, but you are the only one that can take that road. And until you start putting your foot forward and walking in that direction, you will never know what you are here for. Stop sitting there and feeling sorry for yourself and whining about not being anywhere, of wondering why you're here. Everybody has a purpose. Everybody is here for a reason, but you won't know what it is until you start following that voice inside you. And then, trust me, there's going to be some challenges. That is part of the test. You got to realize that. And you can't necessarily see what your result is, what the goal is, why you're here, why you exist, what you're good at, until you start trying different things. It's not an instant path. It's not something you're going to know overnight. It took me 50 years, but every year that went by made me stronger, better, more capable, I had more ability to handle things, because people that run a company need strength, because there will be challenges and there will be issues. And a good captain knows how to fight a fight. A good captain knows how to protect the ship and the crew, because they've been in battles before. That's why you need to go through the hard stuff and the losses and the failures, so in the next battle you can handle it better. So I hope I'm making sense here. That's something that you have to go through. And another thing is you have to have the faith that this feels like the right way to go. Nobody's ever taken it before. It's a rocky road, but I don't even see the path. Well, you put your foot forward and a stepping stone appears, one step at a time. You're not going to see 500 steps. You're going to see one step at a time, and it will not even appear until you put your foot forward. It sounds kind of esoteric for people who've never been down that road, but those of you who have, those of you who do have success will know exactly what I'm talking about. You need to follow a path that's never been followed. It's a rocky one. It's not a fun one, but as you walk, the stepping stones will appear. And at some point, you'll realize why you're here, what you're good at, what you have to offer others. Because I don't think that anybody is here for no reason at all. Everybody's here for a reason. And until you figure out what that is, you're not going to really be successful. Your job is to follow your path. So, Marcus is always the one that tells you things you don't really want to hear, right? But something inside you says it is what you need to hear. So I hope this helps. It's not necessarily going to be a fun journey. There will be periods that will be, you'll get a reprieve. But then once again, you got to go back on duty and get there. And I think one of the best feelings in life is a feeling of accomplishment. That we existed for a reason, that we did something of value, that we offered value to others. You need to figure out what that is. And you got to put an effort into it. You got to put your foot forward. You might lose everything you consider valuable to get there, but trust me, you will be given riches. And I'm not talking about money necessarily. I'm talking about the feeling of success. And riches is not money. Again, money is just something that's given to you as a result. This is a side effect. Stop focusing on the money and start focusing on you, because you are the catalyst that creates the new world. I hope this helps. Good luck. I'll see you next week.